Hey everyone, it's Mick again, just out of Old Grandchester Road again for the first time since September. It was the 30th of December, so we thought after all the rain we'd go and see how boggy it was and how full the mud holes were. Thought it'd be interesting to see how the track conditions have changed, as it changes every time it rains out there. It comes from really easy to really difficult in some spots, just washes out in ruts. The rain does a lot of damage really easily. It's really surprising actually. Some of the spots we've been over a dozen times. If you've seen a couple of videos before out here, it's up and over, but between the weather and people using the tracks, I guess there's a lot of erosion. Garden down here, this massive washout, we've usually just used, where would the water go, Mad Matt sort of advice, and just keep the water between the wheels. But this one was more of a keep the axles flat or straight as best you can. It was just after watching that 4-wheel drive 24/7 episode of Jesse done a couple of weeks ago, that young fella. Some good advice that came in handy, I thought. That bog hole before us caught us out a couple of times. Almost lost one vehicle before, and as we get down here towards the Laidley border end where they fenced it off, we've come to start using the big washout at the end, but it's a bit more rutted out on the right hand side, and I went right into it with the right hand wheels just to see how I'd go on an angle here.
Jason's bog hole looked pretty deep.
But yeah, it's kind of fun just to test your vehicle and yourself, I guess, when you're driving. Our small group has been calling that the Gero car wash from Jason's bog hole, just there on the left. It's almost had a dead car there once. That's a joke you always have with your mates. You've got one particular spot and say, no, you're wrong, you're there, mate. As you can probably tell, this rock garden's like one of the favourite spots of mine to go up and down and up. Every time we go out there, it's changed a little bit just because of the weather conditions out there. Grandchester, Laidley, I guess, whatever you want to call it, right in the border there. But it's changes so much that you have to sort of attack it differently each time. But having the Jeep, the solid axle and the better approach angle, short wheelbase, makes it a hell of a lot easier than it was in the Colorado with the IFS and all that sort of stuff. Even though the Collie did it great, it's just very different. Anyone who's familiar with Old Grandchester Road, there's about 2 kilometres of track and sort of a play area in the middle. There's a lot of terrain to sort of explore and have a go at, lots of different obstacles and off-camber ruts and steep climbs and steep declines. They're constantly changing a little bit, but they're always fun. I lifted my front left wheel up in one of them, and if you stuck your arm out the door, your elbow rub the ground, it can be a bit intimidating and almost terrifying, I guess you could say, but that's half of the fun. You just got to try not to wreck your vehicle, because if it's your daily drivers, the one you're using out there, you kind of want to be careful. Having the usual group with us, our little convoy we have. Rowan and Jess in the 80 series, Jason and Beck in their new Pajero, since Tesla owner decided to take their old one off the road, unfortunately, but they're all well, luckily. And Scotty and his BT50. We're all still Scotty and I especially are still learning and leaning on the other guys' experience, and still find ourselves looking to them for some advice on stuff that we haven't worked out for ourselves. But we're still having a go at things and learning, trial by error, as most of us do. But we try not to put ourselves or anyone else at risk, obviously, when we're out there. It's been really interesting the last few times we've been out. We haven't run into anybody. I don't know if that's got anything to do with the heat or the conditions of the track. A lot of people are tending to go to Swan Gully or Black Duck Valley at the moment because they're so convenient to us around that Ipswich area. I've had to come down from Logan after just realising that the Flagstone tracks are private property, not public land, so it makes me not go out there unless I'm with somebody that's got permission from the landowner out there now. But this really nice area out here. There's no sign saying you can't go in, well, except for that Laidley border where they've blocked it off. We've run into other people filming stuff, and we actually met the Pirate Camco guys out there when they bought that JB74 Jimny. That James guy's got a lot of energy, man, like scream and go the Jimny and all that. They were having a great time, and it was like stock standard. They bought it off, picked it up the day before or something or other, 2 days before they did all the crazy shit to it. And just watching what they were doing in Stockholm was pretty crazy to see what where the second version of it is now. It's kind of fun to follow along with something that you get to see before everyone else did, before they got to work on it. It was our little rub shoulders with an influencer moment. Well, they're a manufacturer that advertises really, really well for old mate and his energy, his crazy suits. I don't know what it was when I first came out here, but this was like perfectly like graded or flat and all soft and sandy, no ruts or rocks or anything. And just this last year, like the top layers run off and the water's run through and just carved pieces, and rocks have been exposed. And the ruts where we'd go up, like where I'm coming down on this left hand side of it, it would have been normally coming down on the right hand, going up and down on the right hand side. Well, obviously the left if you're going uphill, but you know what I mean. Just the amount of change just from the water running through. Mother Nature does some amazing things. no one's really convinced that I accidentally went right here to have another go at these couple of obstacles just because they're straight up fun. But I was meant to be going downhill and turn left just before. But having another go at this one wasn't too bad. But having a go at that second step up, I've just got no idea why I had so much trouble with it tonight. Whether it was just how dry and crumbly the track conditions were, or if it was that one rock there was a square face, if I was just spinning on it. But that tree just on the right hand side just gives you so much doubt and so much hesitation. This is me in another one of those spots of just exactly how much gander do I give this bastard to get over this little spin. But more revs, more fun. I don't know. Just ended up having to give it a bit more bunty to get up, but I'm still very nervous about smacking my right-hand rear corner on that thing. I don't think these plastic Jeep flares will hold up to too much and protect the steel body there, but these are pay-to-play situations, got to get out somehow. I just really didn't want to roll backwards in the dark without knowing where everything was. It's just harder to see out the back without any reverse lights or sporties around this thing, which is something I need to work on, I guess.
Really wanted me to go to that tree.
Here's me actually going left where I meant to go left before instead of turning right. I mean, this has got that big rut down the right hand side, so you sort of have to hang further left and lean to your right a bit. I imagine if it was wet you'd slide straight back into that big rut, so you just got to pick your conditions and your lines when you're doing different obstacles, but it's definitely it feels a lot safer going up it than going down it, just because of visibility, the bonnet being in the way and all that sort of stuff. Not sure how I managed it, but I've either ruined the recordings I took with my GoPro and my iPhone on the same drive from different angles, but I think my computer might just be a bit past its use-by date and not able to render those high quality 4K files or something maybe. The old laptop's a bit sad. I have to use a wireless keyboard these days, but it's getting the job done in most of it. But this dash cam footage does pretty good for capturing these memories and sharing it with family and friends. Couldn't help myself but have a third go at this obstacle. Came up it twice when we started the day. I lost all that recording somewhere. If I find it I might put it up later, but it was really enjoyable just to come back down this one again. I look, I've got favourite obstacles out here. It's just a fun line to drive.
Yeah, I can't help myself. I love
Good
to
way to
see
end the night
it
too.
right through here.
Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hope you got something out of it. Maybe get out there and have a look at yourself, because every 3 months even just get out there and check it out, because it just keeps changing constantly. Cheers,
There's been
guys.
some water run through.